Incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
He's going to float this over the middle deep, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears.
The Bears take over.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking there.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Touchdown. Allen Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Bears push further out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
For Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
It's now third down.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we have reached. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Bears 14, Rams 3. Pat O'Donnell the kickoff for Chicago.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Here's Stafford. And they open receiver. It's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down at Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Final minute now in the third quarter.
And 2 at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gonna let one fly, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 76 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. They got him in. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 8.
To the air again, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. This one's going to wind up such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's the option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run the option. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile quarterback, 30 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. That's caught at the run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Stafford. Looking to Stafford, runs and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Rams 6.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the